The first rays of sunlight stretch across the riverbank, gilding the surface of the water with a faint shimmer. The air is thick with humidity, buzzing faintly with insects, and the heavy scent of mud and vegetation rises as the marsh awakens. Half submerged in the shallows, a massive crocodile begins to stir. Its armored body, coated with a mosaic of rough scales, glistens as the sun warms its skin. A slow blink reveals its golden slit-pupilled eyes, calm but watchful. After a night spent resting in stillness, the crocodile greets the new day not with motion, but with patience.
For long moments, it remains motionless, an ancient statue carved from mud and water. Crocodiles are masters of energy conservation, and their day is built not around constant movement, but calculated stillness. A single shift of muscle sends a ripple across the water as the crocodile slides closer to the bank. Here, the sunlight can soak into its skin, raising its body temperature and powering its next movements. Basking is the first ritual of its day. And as it lies in the open with its jaws slightly parted, heat floods its body, allowing digestion and strength to return. Sometimes it lingers for hours, perfectly content in the warmth, regulating its inner furnace through simple positioning and stillness. The forest surrounding the river is alive. Parrots squawk overhead, monkeys leap through branches, and fish scatter in the shallows. But the crocodile does not move. It waits, conserving energy with the patience of a creature that has survived for over 200 million years. Occasionally, its jaws open wide in what appears like a yawn, but it's more than that. A way to regulate heat, to balance the fine line between warming up and overheating under the growing sun. In this moment of stillness, it looks deceptively harmless, like a floating log, a part of the scenery that prey might not think twice about. As the hours pass and the day grows warmer, the crocodile shifts back into the water. Its body glides silently beneath the surface, every motion slow, deliberate, and precise. Only its eyes and nostrils break the water's skin, watching the riverbank with silent vigilance. Crocodiles are ambush predators, relying on stealth and patience. Prey animals wander close to the edge, birds dipping their beaks for a drink, a young antelope testing the shallows. But the crocodile remains perfectly still. It can wait for hours if needed, its heartbeat slowing, its body conserving oxygen with astonishing efficiency. The very water around it seems calmer when the crocodile is still, as though nature itself respects the quiet menace beneath. This is where one of the crocodile's most extraordinary abilities comes into play. It can hold its breath for over an hour, and, in certain conditions, even longer. By slowing its heart rate to just 2 or 3 beats per minute, blood is directed primarily to its brain and vital organs, allowing it to wait beneath the surface long after other creatures would drown. For potential prey, this makes the water surface deceptive. What looks like safety is often the final step into danger. Entire herds of animals are unaware that danger is only inches below the surface. A predator waiting in silence until patience turns to explosive action. When the time is right, motion erupts. The crocodile surges forward with terrifying speed, jaws snapping shut with crushing force. In a single instant, what seemed like an unmoving log becomes a predator of immense power. A fish, caught too close to the surface, becomes breakfast, thrashed violently before being swallowed whole. Then, as suddenly as the chaos began, stillness returns. The water smooths over, the crocodile resumes its ancient patience, and the cycle begins again. For the animal world, this dance between stillness and fury is a constant reminder of the crocodile's dominance. The middle of the day brings sweltering heat, and the crocodile retreats back to the bank. Here, it rests in the mud, coating its body to prevent dehydration. Other crocodiles dot the shoreline, each spaced apart, basking silently. Despite their fearsome reputation, crocodiles are not constantly violent. Much of their life is quiet, spent resting, watching, and conserving the strength needed for sudden bursts of action. Their survival lies not in constant motion, but in conserving energy until it matters most. In this silence, their longevity is revealed. Creatures that seem frozen in time, needing nothing but patience and endurance to thrive. Occasionally, the crocodile lifts its head, jaws parting once again. Within its mouth, dozens of sharp teeth line the jaws. Teeth that are not for chewing, but for holding. Crocodiles swallow their prey whole or tear it into chunks by thrashing their heads in a death roll. For now, though, the The teeth are tools, waiting for the next hunt. A bird lands briefly on the crocodile's back, pecking at insects in its scales, and the reptile does not move. For the bird, this is safety. For the crocodile, indifference. This symbiotic tolerance is just another glimpse into how crocodiles fit seamlessly into their ecosystems. As afternoon drifts into evening, the riverbank grows cooler, shadows stretching longer across the surface. The crocodile slips once again into the water, its movements soundless, ripples the only trace of its presence. The river comes alive at dusk. Fish dart in schools, frogs call from the reeds, and animals venture to the water's edge to drink. The crocodile waits, submerged, every sense attuned to the smallest vibration in the water. Its sensory pits along the jaws detect even the faintest movement, an early warning system that makes escape nearly impossible once it strikes. Even in the dimming light, it is perfectly adapted, a shadow beneath the water that the unwary never see coming. Darkness deepens and the crocodile continues its rounds, patrolling stretches of the river it knows well. It may travel miles in a single night, slipping between deep pools and sandbanks, scanning for opportunity. The moon glitters faintly on the water, and the crocodile blends into its reflection, unseen and silent. For prey, the danger is constant, but for the crocodile, it is simply the rhythm of existence. Its ancestors once swam alongside dinosaurs, and here, in the quiet of night, that ancient lineage feels alive and unbroken. During the night, it feeds again. Another burst of power, another kill, and the meal is consumed. With its stomach filled, the crocodile sinks to the river bottom, resting once more in eerie stillness. Here, it can remain underwater for extended periods, heart rate slowed, lungs conserving every bit of oxygen. Hours may pass before it surfaces again, eyes breaking through the waterline like small lanterns in the dark. Beneath the water, it becomes a shadow, a form that defies time itself, conserving strength until the next moment of action. Toward the end of the night, as the horizon begins to pale, the crocodile returns to the shallows where it began. Its body, immense and armored, glides into the mudbank where it hauls itself up once more. The cycle repeats: bask, hunt, rest, and wait. A creature unchanged for millions of years, perfectly adapted for its environment. It requires no reinvention. It is a predator that has reached perfection, surviving where countless other species have vanished. Now, the forest begins to stir again, morning birds filling the air with sound, monkeys rousing from their nests. The crocodile settles into its place on the shore, silent and still, as if it had never moved at all. Its day is not measured by hours of activity, but by moments of power, patience, and the endless rhythm of survival. It remains, unchanged, a living relic of deep time, waiting for another cycle to begin. This was a day in the life of a crocodile.